waiting for the right moment, probably to have a conversation or to take action. We've got right time. Conditions are ideal and the timing is aligned. Your efforts will be met with positive outcomes. Take action with confidence. And we also have unspoken truth. There are truths that need to be addressed and can no longer be avoided. Bring these to light to clear the path forward. So for some of you, the action and the conversation are both what need to happen. One, helps the other one be more successful. But if you've been waiting for the right moment, it looks like it is about to arrive. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. You can also find in that description box a link to my Etsy page if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. All right, let's dive in. I think we're going to start with the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we have? Hello, Delinia. How are you doing today? We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're dealing with a curmudgeon. You're like, Carmen, what is a curmudgeon? A cantankerous person. Thanks for not helping clear it up, Carmen. King of Cups in the reverse is somebody who does not manage their emotions very well. So maybe you're trying to find the right time to communicate something to a boss who's been in a bad mood, lots of dark clouds over their head. Maybe you're trying to give some feedback to somebody who is not necessarily the best at receiving criticisms. Or maybe you need to put in your 2 weeks notice or say that you're moving out. But there's a conversation that happens regarding action you want to take, and you know that there's someone here who might throw a little bit of a fit or might not receive that news in the way that you would hope, right? I agree, Zelenia. What else do we have? Emperor in the reverse and the Fool. Yeah, I feel like there's a new chapter starting for you. The thing that prevents that chapter from starting is this conversation or taking this action, which very well could be putting in your 2 weeks notice or letting someone know that you're moving out or ending a relationship. Hello, Redbeard. How you doing today? What else do we have, please? Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, you are moving on to bigger and better things, but the current situation, maybe it's even like you've got like a best friend at work and they don't want to know that you're moving on to a new job because then they don't get to see you every day. Even though they want to see you be successful, knowing that you're not going to be there for them every day could be a difficult pill to swallow, but there is absolutely a conversation that needs to happen, and the timing is lining up for you to be able to tell this truth and then move on to that new chapter. What else do we have? Hello, Erin. How are you doing today? Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. Notice we have two people who are playing the drums, and what is important when you play the drums? Timing. Often it's the part of the band that sets the rhythm, right? So there's a shift happening, there's a change, and someone may not really be fully on board with what you're going to do going forward or the changes that you want to make, but that's okay. Sometimes it just takes others a little bit longer to adjust to the change that you want for yourself, but that doesn't mean that you should not be pursuing that change, because this feels to me like a really good beginning for you, a really good next chapter for you. So you've been waiting to tell somebody about the choice that you've made, knowing that it could maybe even cause them some financial stress, or it could make them question whether or not you'll still be friends. Man, you can't even type out your insults. Get your together. Thank you, Redbeard. Hey, if this isn't your channel, that's totally fine. Keep it moving, though. You're just going to get blocked if you want to be a jerk, okay? We don't have time for that. That was funny, though. Thank you for making me laugh. Homie was trying to insult me, and then, like, literally had to take 3 comments in order to get the, like, letters right. Anyways. 3 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. There's somebody here who knows that you're going to be making a change, or fears that you are, you know, like you're going to work at a different location, or you're starting your own business, or you're moving to a different city. When I decided to move to Tennessee and leave behind like decades of my life in Minnesota, there were a few people who were mad at me, you know? Didn't want me to move away. And sometimes those conversations are really difficult, but they are still important. It does seem to me like you could be moving, or you could be going to a different job, and there are some folks who want to see you happy but are frustrated because they know that this change that you're making, it's going to be a little bit of a hurdle, right? It's going to make things difficult. Will you still remain friends, or will you still be in contact? It could be a little bit concerning for this King of Pentacles in the reverse. How will things change after you, you know, start this new chapter? We have Strength and 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be one of those things where you're just kind of like, I got to pull the Band-Aid off. It's not going to be comfortable, or, you know, it's not going to be fun, but it's something that has to happen. And it's like a barrier to this new chapter beginning. I once broke my ankle and my toe at the same time. And after weeks of being in a cast and having crutches, it came time for me to like start walking on it. And I was terrified, okay? I was absolutely terrified to walk on it again. Like, am I gonna like hurt myself again? But sometimes we just have to brace and go for it, right? Like, okay, this is what's happening. I feel like this conversation with somebody is a little bit intimidating, but you also very much so have what it takes to get through this, take the action that you need to, and move forward. So you coming through as the Magician. We also had the Strength and Queen of Swords. So you got this. You can handle it. You just got to say what you need to say, and then get started on this new opportunity. Because it does look to me like it's going to be a prosperous opportunity. It's going to be the right step forward. The issue is, you know, that it makes changes with regards to somebody who may be a little bit dependent on you, or may feel like you are what gets them through the day, or makes their business work out, you know? Hello, Ezio. How are we doing today? Let me write that down for you. Should I go north to see Steph? What are her intentions? I've added that for you. Thank you, Ezio. Let's put this over here. Hello, Flower. How are you doing? I hope we're having a good day. What else do we have? Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Look, sometimes you have to deliver news that you know might be received with a little bit of frustration, or might be considered like bad news. Like, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it to your wedding. It's a destination wedding and I don't have $5,000 to go on a trip to Bora Bora right now. Sorry, not in the budget. And yet, you know, once the dust settles, this person is still going to find a way to be a part of your life. That's what this is. This person cares about you. They want you to be happy. It's just that it's a little bit disappointing or frustrating because they know that with positive change for you, maybe having better take-home money or living in a better situation, that it changes how often they get to see you or the way that you interact. This too shall pass. They'll figure it out. They'll find a new way to interact with you. Everything's gonna be all right, you know? You thought it would never get bad again. Hello, Third Eye. How are you doing? I appreciate you, Ezio. Hello, Zorro. How are you doing? What else do we have? We have the High Priestess. Do y'all want to know how I broke my ankle and my toe at the same time? You want to make fun of me for it? I decided at a Halloween party when I was wearing 4-inch glittery Dorothy heels, yes, Dorothy as in the Wizard of Oz, that when I won at, oh, what is that game? Beer pong, that I should jump in 4-inch heels. Let me just tell you all, so you don't have to learn this yourself. Do not jump up and down in 4-inch heels. It is inadvisable and it could result in injury. Thank you, Flower. Let me add that. So, a little bit of Carmen story time for you. That was a long time ago. It was rough, okay? I would not advise. The shape was painful. Yes, it was. It was. Thank you, Flower. Let me add this for you. Any guidance? Good news. And, oh, I'm so sorry. I hope things get better for you. The month ahead. And am I on the right path? I've added that for you. Sending you hugs and wishing for you plentiful cheese and smiles. Oh, thank you. I do both, Zorro, as demonstrated already. This is a tarot channel, so I pull cards, I read energy. If you want me to do a personal question for you, you can put your request in a super chat, just like Flower just did. And I do those at the end of the general reading, which would be in about 22 minutes. They really are. But the important thing, Erin, to take away from that story is that I won at beer pong, okay? In some really, really amazing glittery red heels, okay? They were stunning. I still have them somewhere. Somewhere. Anyways, I don't wear heels like that anymore. Don't you guys worry. Mostly like flip-flops and tennis shoes and boots. All right, so we have the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Oh, this makes me sad. Yeah, I think, so the delay here or the need for you to find the right time is you know that this conversation is really important. You know that it could make someone feel like maybe you aren't going to be there for them anymore. Maybe they're going to feel like you don't care about their friendship or you don't care about their business or you can't make it to their wedding. You don't want to be like celebrating for them. But I believe in your ability to communicate to this person the reality of the situation. Maybe there's a boss who's going to be angry and that's fine. That's just how it goes, right? But if there's like this best friend who's worried about whether or not you'll still be a part of their life, you know how to convey this information in a way that is a little bit softer, right? Like, hey, I'm not going to be here with you every day, but maybe we could implement like a Thursday night dinner where we go try some new taco place every Thursday, right? There's something here where you're able to address this information in a way that isn't quite as painful as it has to be. Yes, they're going to be a little bit upset because they won't be able to see you or because you won't be a part of the celebration, but you're going to find something to like ease that problem, right? Or make it a little bit easier for them to accept. So don't avoid the conversation altogether. Just find the right time, and that right time is approaching. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, you'll see this message shortly before that right time is hitting, okay? You'll have some sort of intuition and confirmation thereof that lets you know, yep, it's time to sit down with this person that you care about or this person you don't want to disappoint and just like rip the Band-Aid off, let them know what's going on. Because you know they need to know. All right, this is the Poe Tarot. Safe driving. I did go to the ER, yes. And I got mad because the doctor wouldn't even like do anything with my toe being broken. But then he was like, yeah, no, that's just like kind of how it goes when you break your toe. There's nothing we can do. It's just this little guy that's like not working anymore, but you know, it'll eventually be okay. Yeah, no jumping in high heels, okay? 10 of Quills or the 10 of Swords. The Knight of Quills or the Knight of Swords. Look, you guys, they spelled it wrong. It says K, or it's spelled K-I-N-G-H-T. Sorry, I'm a loser. I like to look for those things. We got somebody here who is going to initially take your comments or what you need to tell them as betrayal. Weep now or nevermore. Regrettably, I cannot show up to your party. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. Or, sorry, I'm not going to be your coworker for much longer, but you know what I've been working towards, and this is the offer that I've been waiting for. The object, truth, or the satisfaction of the intellect, and the object, passion, or the excitement of the heart, are, although attainable to a certain extent, in poetry far more readily attainable in prose. So what this is saying is there's something here that your friend or family member, or maybe it's your partner, they know that this is going to happen, or they know there's a chance that this is going to happen. It's just when you actually tell them what's going on, it might be kind of rough, right? They might be upset. They might be, you know, a little bit quiet and reserved for a little bit, but it's going to be okay. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. Give them some space, they will get over it. But the thing is, this is somebody who does actually care about you and wants you to be happy. They want you to be successful. They just had, you know, some plans in mind, or they had a desire to get through difficult work days, being able to tell you their favorite Always Sunny in Philadelphia quotes, or making fun of clients or your boss together. Page of Candles or the Page of Wands. If I can only get a good look at them, I can soon tell who they are. And the Six of Candles. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy as once I was. There is a little bit of sadness because this person's going to miss you, but there's also a little bit of envy because you're able to do what you need to do, or you're on a path towards something that's important. So regardless of what the actual situation is, this conversation is important because there's an action that follows, and you want to give this person a heads up before that action happens so that they know how to plan accordingly. This is, you know, just like how things go sometimes, but this person cares about you. I can't say that enough. And they're going to find a way to make it work. So it'll be okay. Were you third eye? I love it. I was a semi-regional spelling bee champion. That's my claim to fame. All right, this is the Masonic Tarot. The Two of Mallets, which would be the Two of Pentacles. And the Three of Mallets in the reverse. So to get closer to a goal, to, you know, get something that makes you happy. Maybe you found a job that enables you to live by the ocean and you've always wanted to be by the ocean. They know that. And it's just a little bit tough to know I won't be able to see you, you know, every day after work because you're my next door neighbor. Or I won't be able to, you know, ask you to meet me at the local burger joint because I need to try out their newest burger. They're going to have to acknowledge that for you to get what you would like, or for you to, you know, reach a goal, that there are some sacrifices that are required, or some changes to your life that enable you to get to that goal. You're funny. And what else do we have? Temperance, King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Yes, maybe initially there's going to be a little bit of sadness or disappointment, like, man, I was really hoping to see you at my wedding. You know, I was really hoping that you'd be able to make it work. But don't worry, it's okay. This too shall pass. We'll find a way to celebrate once you get back from that destination wedding. We'll have our own little like hometown reception, and it'll be delightful. There is a way to make this work, even though initially there's a sense of disappointment. This is the Egyptian Tarot. What else do we have, please? What else do we have? Ten of Cups in the reverse. And the World. Yeah, somebody's traveling or moving. And you either can't join this person on their travels, or they don't get to be a part of your next chapter because you're leaving. And that's just the nature of things, you know? I don't think you're meant to stay in the same place your entire life. I don't think you're meant to work at the same place the entire time for your career. We are capable of learning so much when we put ourselves in new situations. We are stronger than we realize. And when we get tested with these kinds of changes, you know, that first day on the new job where you're like, I don't know anything and I don't know anybody and this is going to be weird and uncomfortable. But then you find out, oh, I'm actually really good at this skill set and I wouldn't have found that out at that old job. Or, hey, you know, I just moved to a new town. I don't know anybody here. How am I going to meet some people? It helps you to identify more about who you are when you're not staying in the same place and stagnant all the time, right? Hello, Ty. How are you doing? All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is like you've maxed out what you can get from the current situation, or you've got a plan that enables you to get even more independent or into a place where you will be happier, whether that's living or work or social. Hello, Burton. How are we doing today? Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that we're dealing with that. Text from Victoria saying, didn't apologize properly. Is Burton right? I've added that for you, Burton. Thank you. I mean, my initial take on this is it sounds like somebody is maybe a little bit too much drama, but we will figure it out. Sometimes people are really particular about this, but I don't know. I feel like there's good stuff ahead for you, Burton, away from Victoria. We shall take a deeper dive. We're at about 25 minutes, so I'll start those personal questions in about 10 minutes. We've got the Tower and the Chariot. So you have this conversation, you let somebody know, here's what's happening, here's what I'm planning on, and you know, I know it doesn't completely align with what you would like, but it's what I gotta do in order to, you know, get where I want to be or reach the goals that I have for myself. I just don't think staying here is going to help me to get what I want or get me closer to what I need in my life. And this person cares about you, so they're going to understand. It just might take them a little minute. They may not get it initially. That's okay, they will eventually. Mayflower, we're still on the general, just basically saying this person might initially be a little bit frustrated at what you have to say, but it's okay. They still understand and appreciate that life is about change, or that, you know, certain things, sometimes they don't work out. We have man holding a coin. Doesn't matter what your gender is, but you are making the changes or the moves that you need to have greater stability or security. And it could also impact your romantic life. It could be this is the move that helps you get into the right, you know, zip code so you meet the love of your life, or it's the right company to work for so that you can do what you are meant to do with your skills. Thank you, Ty. Let me know what your request is or what your question is. I can also just do a random pull for you and see what message comes through. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. You're welcome, Flower. What else do we have? The Fox and the Cross with the Storks. So there is a period of transition happening. You may have gone through an ego death or a spiritual awakening recently. You may have recognized that your boss was telling you that they could potentially promote you, but they were really lying about it. There is some current situation that doesn't promote the growth and the success that you deserve. But when you make a change and you go work for a different company, or you move to, I don't know, a bigger city, or you move to a place where you know you'd be happier because there are people there that you want to be around, or there are opportunities for hiking or surfing or whatever it is that you would be happier, that's what you got to do, right? So it seems like a change in location is key to this reading, and it's also key to you getting the life that you want, being in the community that you deserve to be in, so that you can get the recognition or, you know, the happiness that you deserve to have in your life. All right, let's get a few from, this is the Oracle of Heaven and Hell. My gut tells me, Burton, that she misses you, you know, giving her attention. I think that might be what it's really about, but we'll see. Hello, Pedro. How are you doing? Yeah. I think you stopped putting up with her toxic behavior, and that's what the real problem is, you know? What else do we have? Hello, M. If you want me to pull cards for you to address a question, you can put your question in a super chat. If you have a question like, what day is it? I can answer that for free. Hey, XX, you want to try that again? Only try being respectful. That would be wonderful. What else do we have? We have affinity and friendship and grandeur. I like that. So this is someone who's going to be supportive and like rooting for you no matter what happens. Even if you know, are no longer going to be working with them, or you're no longer living on the same street, their desire for you is to be happy. And you are on your way to a much better situation, whether that's because you have more opportunity for your work, or because you're in a location that just facilitates happiness. So we have victory. I love that. You're about to get what you want. You're about to be very happy. You just have a couple of difficult things to get through. Divine timing is here and you're meant to be successful. All right, this is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. Let's get a few from these. Hello, Hayden. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. But you're right, though, Burton. The thing is, sometimes people don't want to hear that, and that's on them. They're not ready for change. Yes, that's true, Erin. Hello, Gina. How are you doing? Yeah, some people can't handle the criticism. A happy proposition is in store for you. You about to get what you want. Divine timing. Someone who is ill is going to recover. I feel like this could actually be someone who's initially a little bit upset or disappointed. They're going to get over it. It's okay. You owe someone a letter. Write it at once. This could be specifically a conversation, or this could be giving someone a heads up. Good news is coming within a week or so. Hello, ZC, are you? Are you gonna burn me at the stake? Did somebody say steak? You are inclined to make people happy. Guard against future losses. So you want to be telling people what they want to hear, but you also know that there's a change that you need to make in your life. And as much as you care about this person and want to tell them what they want to hear, you also know that there is a change that you need to make. And when you make that change, it helps you to be more financially stable or more emotionally stable, because you're making the changes that you need for you. But sometimes that means there are people around you who are a little bit upset about it. That's okay. It happens. They will get over it because they care about you. Yes, that is true, Flower. Hello, Dracula. How are you doing? I heard a steak. Hello, what's up, Jesus? All right, so we have the right timing and direction. I can't make this up, you guys. Look at this. It is the right time for you to make this move and start this new chapter. We have Sothis, the Khonsu, and Amun-Ra. Everything is lining up for you to get into a better situation, start a new chapter, one that brings happiness and stability. I'm super excited for you. And we also have, is it Nephthys? Nephthys, the High Priestess, intuition and mystery. Trust your intuition. You are following the right path. Things are happening in divine timing, and you're about to get to a much better situation. You got this. I believe in you. All right, we're going to dive into those personal questions. Did I ever get a question from Ty? Ty, let me know what your question is. If it's just a tip, that's totally fine. I appreciate you. I just want to make sure that I offer you what you are looking for in terms of pulling some cards, if that's what you would like. You think this is sorcery? Oh, that's cute. Hello, Joseph. How are you doing? Wishing abundance for you. I got you, Ty. Let me add that. ZC, my beliefs are my own. They're not for you to judge. So let's be tolerant of what other people are saying or believing in. It's not your choice. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Mangonato. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to start with the Marseille Cat Tarot and see what we have for Ezio. Should Ezio go north to see Steph? Should Ezio go north to see Steph? Yes. But be patient and expect things to be a little bit different than what you might envision initially. What does this mean? Nine of Swords, the Fool in the reverse, and the Two of Swords. I don't feel what you're going to find or what you're going to hear when you see Steph or take this trip is going to be what you initially believe you're going to find. So what are her intentions? Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. She wants to tell you something. Is she going to be truthful? She's going to be truthful, but I feel like it's telling you the truth when the truth would have been helpful before you left. So is there some added benefit or silver lining in this trip that Ezio is not anticipating? Yes. I think you're going to get some revelation, or you're going to have an epiphany, or you're going to meet somebody that you didn't expect to be a good thing about this trip north. But I don't think what you expect to happen with Steph is what's going to happen. So be open-minded, be observant, read the room, look for other opportunities, but I feel like she's going to say something that you don't expect her to say. Yes. Anything else with regards to her intentions, please? It's like she's not telling you something until you get there. So, for example, if you make a plan with your friend and you're going to go to your favorite coffee shop and catch up, but when you get there, they have some other friend of theirs that is joining and you didn't expect that, and you don't know this person, that definitely shifts the conversation, right? The catch up that you wanted to have one-on-one is going to look very different because there's somebody else who's also there. So I feel like there's something that she should tell you beforehand, but she doesn't until you're there. Thank you. Oh, y'all are sweet. Ezio, this is still a worthwhile trip for you, but it might be surprising to you what it is that you take with you, or what it is that is a good thing. All right. Oh, no, I don't think I want this one. This is the Bianco Nero. We got Flower up next. What guidance does Flower need at this time, please? Justice in the reverse. Eight of Wands. Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse. There are things that happen that are outside of your control that you spend too much time worrying about. What will be shall be. What you don't have control over, it's going to happen. It's how you deal with it afterwards, right? So you're putting too much of your energy into worrying about what's happening in other places and in other times or with other people when it hasn't happened yet. When you are worrying about bad things happening, You may, in some cases, be manifesting those things. So I need you to, this is really difficult for me as a non-mother talking to a mother, I need you to pull it back a little bit. Yes, control the controllables, because you are envisioning how things could go bad. I don't want you to be doing that because you are powerful, okay? So I need you to understand sometimes things happen that are out of our control or that we don't want to happen. But if you fixate on what could happen that would be bad, you might be signing yourself up for that outcome when you don't really need to be. So acknowledge that there are going to be some difficult things that happen, or, you know, accidents that you need to deal with, but we don't need to be manifesting them because you're thinking about it all the time, right? And what about some good news for Flower, please? I'm hearing switching sides. There's someone who has been not your biggest fan, or who has decided to not believe you, or has some allegiance to someone else. That's about to change. They're going to see something or like hear something, and it's going to be like, why was I defending you? Apparently you are that much of a jerk. We have somebody wrestling with their morals and their convictions and realizing that somebody that they have defended, they should not have defended. So we have someone who may even come be and like apologize to you about how they perceived a person or a situation, and tell you that they should have taken you more seriously, or that they should have like basically supported you in that situation. So the good news is somebody seeing your side or your perspective. And what about the month ahead? What does Flower need to know? The Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Hanged Man. There's going to be a situation where a decision takes longer to be made than you want it to be made. You know, for example, when you have to wait a little while on whether or not somebody's going to offer you a job, or maybe even a court decision. But I see victory. So patience. And then, like, I don't know, maybe get like a puzzle to do. Do some Sudoku. This is like... I see somebody pacing back and forth like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be somebody else? Am I going to get what I want? What's going on? Calmate way. Find something to busy yourself with. Make that rhubarb cake recipe that I put up. You got to be focusing your energy, because again, your thoughts can sometimes conjure things you don't want to have happen. So when you are focused, you don't have that like rambling thought problem, right? Excellent. So keep yourself busy. You're going to get a favorable outcome, but I don't want you to change it because you're fixating on it. You know what I mean? So you got it. Thank you, Redbeard. Focus on the like button. You're funny. Okay, and then is Flower on the right path? You're very close to the right path, but you're veering off of it. It's like, oh, piece of candy. The path is right here, and you're like over here looking at some like wind chimes somebody hung from the tree branch. Ooh, we gotta stay right here. So you're close. You're very close to it. But I need you to stick to the gravel path instead of like 3 feet to the side. Like, you're very close to it, but I see some potential distractions, and I feel like this is toxic people. Yep, there it is. 3 cups in the reverse. Who cares what they think? Who cares what they're saying? Who cares what they're thinking? Whatever. Like, focus on the things that are important for you, right? Because I do feel like there's something that distracts you when you could be focused and investing your energy in something that's more important for you. So let them talk, or, you know, let people be toxic over there. You don't need to be involved in it. Hello, Rachel. We are on personals. How we doing? All right, so we've got Burton up next. This is the Morgan Greer. So Burton has received, what were those called in Harry Potter? What was the like angry owl thing, you know, when they were in trouble? Okay, so this angry text from Victoria saying that Burton didn't apologize properly. I wasn't finished asking the question, but the devil came out. That's funny. Is Burton right about this situation? Yes. Yes, you are. Just as I suspected. This is somebody who's trying to control the dynamic between the two of you. Look at that face. There's nothing that's going to make that person happy. Oh, it's sunny outside? Now I'm going to get a sunburn. I don't think you could have done anything to avoid the criticism or the like, nah. It's just distance, man. Get some distance between you and this person because she's immature. I'm sorry. I feel like there's new connections, there's new opportunities, there's a new chapter here. She's not invited. It's her party and she can cry if she wants to, but that's okay because you have a better party to go to. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You're losing this connection, but gaining a lot more. Like peace and solitude, happiness, not having to deal with somebody who's manipulative. You did what you needed to do. She just wants to be able to like lord something over and like manipulate you. Too bad. That's just, you know, whatever. I think she wants to be able to have the last word, or she wants to be able to like somehow have control over you, or what do you mean you're not obsessed with me anymore? Just let it go. Or block, you know. You deserve better is exactly right, like Flower said. So it's not worth explaining. Sometimes people just want to argue for the sake of arguing, and that's when I just get quiet, like, like I could explain to you what's wrong or how you've like misquoted what I actually said, or how you can't really talk about how I feel because you don't feel my feelings. I feel my feelings, but it's not worth it because your interest isn't knowing what's real. Your interest is controlling the situation. She can control it over there, and you could be way over there having a great time. Bye. So don't worry about it. I think she's just maybe trying to control when she can't. Hello, Joseph. Thank you for the tip. Let me know what you would like me to ask when I pull some cards for you. And I wish you luck, Burton. You got this. There's brighter days ahead. Hello, Ventura. How are you doing? Sometimes that's how it works, you know? You were meant to hear that. Joseph, let me know what your question is. I do actually have Ty on the list before you, but then you would be after that, okay? All right, so this is the Graffiti Tarot. Let's see what we have for Ty, please. What message does Ty need to hear? This card dove right into the like sage bowl, so that's interesting. World, 8 of Swords, Judgment, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like there's something coming to a close or ending, but there's someone here who's like not wanting to see the truth of the situation. Is this someone connected to Ty? Yes. This is someone you would consider like you understand what I understand, or we're close friends, or maybe even a partner. This person should be capable of seeing things from your perspective, but it feels to me like they don't want to, like they're refusing to see it that way. But this is someone who either you've known each other for a very long time, or like you're straight up related. But this is somebody who is intentionally being obtuse. Why? Oh, they're lying. Okay. Yeah, straight up. This is someone who feels like they can say what they want and control the situation, but you can tell that something is not right. I've added that for you, Joseph. Thank you. So it's like somebody's telling you it's raining right now, and you're like, no, it's not. Do they expect you to not be observant, or to like not know what the truth is? It's a little bit irritating, and I feel like you just kind of, you're like, did you think I wasn't going to find out that you lied? That's strange. Queen of Swords in the reverse. What's the advice? Have a conversation. Don't avoid it. I feel like this is either projection, or like something else is bothering me, so I'm going to be a jerk about that. So use the Socratic method, which is ask questions. Instead of making statements like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were a liar. Or, what are we doing here? Hold on, are we looking at different things? Are we in different realities? Don't be sarcastic like me. Ask questions in as calm or neutral a tone as you can, because this person, they're lying. They know that they're lying, but they feel oddly like confident that they'll be able to sell this to you and you'll believe it. But I feel like you're going to be able to figure out that they're not in the best place right now, or they're struggling with something they don't know how to talk about. They may have gone through some sort of loss. They may have had a really bad argument. So with the Seven of Cups, it's like their vision is blurred. So is this like malintent? It's like, I don't care. And I feel like you have an opportunity to help this person see things in a different way. I love, this is one of my favorite cards, okay? I just think it's so adorable. You have a way of helping this individual to see things in a different light. So whereas some people would look at this person and be kind of rude about it, like, are you off your rocker? Like, are you blind? What's wrong with you? Why are you lying to me? Wrong approach. But when you look at it from a, hey, help me understand why we see things differently here, then you'll be able to get to the root of the problem. They have something going on that they're not telling other people about, and I feel like you can help them navigate this and get to a resolution, as long as it's not like combative, right? All right, let's see what we've got for Joseph. We're talking about love. Oh, love. That's funny, Aaron. Ooh, I wonder if I can find my favorite picture of Stewie. I took a picture and he just like happened to be like having like a little spaz moment on the floor. And so I caught him going, it's the best picture ever. All right, what do we have for Joseph regarding love, please? What does Joseph need to know regarding love? Ooh, 4 of Wands. I like it. 6 of Wands in the reverse. 2 of Wands and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. There is a change, a pivot. You may have felt this is like the person I want to spend my life with, or this is how I want to approach romance, when in reality, you're learning that there's a different approach or an alternate path. Tell me more. So much fire energy here, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. There's a new opportunity or a new path that's opening up, and it's like you didn't realize that was even an option. Is this somebody who is interested in Joseph that Joseph didn't realize? You don't know that somebody has a thing for you. Are they about to confess? Yep. So you might not realize that somebody has been like kind of daydreaming about you, imagining a life with you, and you are about to find out. This is someone who wants like a life. It's not just, hey, can we hang out for a month and have a good time? This is someone who's serious about a relationship, and I feel like they're trying to find the right words to let you know about that. Did I say hello to Carrie? Hello, how we doing? Tell me more. Hierophant, you might marry this person. I don't think you realize that this is an option. I think somebody has hidden their crush on you quite effectively. Or you don't know this person and you hit it off immediately, but you're about to have somebody who's very serious about you. It's going to change your perspective on love. Right now, you might be feeling more like this Four of Cups energy, frustrated or disconnected, but you're about to feel like this Temperance card, which is a good mix or good balance. You might be about to meet an earth angel, or somebody sees you as an earth angel. So, positive thinking, no imagining outcomes where you end up alone, because again, we're powerful and sometimes we manifest these things. You've got someone who wants to be with you. So be very accepting and like draw that into yourself, right? Because I feel like you're about to hear that somebody would like to get to know you better. Aw, that's so kind. Carrie, I hope you saw that. All right, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. I love you. I wish you all abundance. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the